Hello, my crafty friends. Today I'm going to try something I've been thinking about doing for a couple of years. I saw a video at least 2 years ago about a lady who was painting with melted crayon. And I went looking for that video again today because I wanted to do this, but I couldn't find it anywhere. I found people who used crayons in their glue gun. I found people who sprinkled them down and used a heat gun. I found people who glued their crayons onto the paper and then heated them up and made them run. I found a lot of cool things, but I didn't find the one process that I had seen a couple of years ago. So I'm just going to hope for the best. The glue gun I have is a low temp glue gun. I don't even know if that'll work. I don't know if she used a low temp or a high temp gun. So we're just going to see if I can get this to work at all. But basically what she did was just put the gun on the crayon and just melt it and paint with it. And I'm not that great of a painter, even with paint. So I'm not expecting this to be some masterpiece, but, oops. Oh, look, you can kind of heat it back up. Okay, that's cool. And I'm just basically holding the glue stick on the barrel of the gun and letting it heat it up. Oh, wouldn't you know it? My dog's going to just sit out there and bark until I let him in. Let's just indulge him and get it over with here. Go lay down. Okay, I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit more so maybe you can see what I'm doing better. I don't know if that'll make it better or not. Oh. But what I'm doing is just kind of holding the crayon here and letting the hot wax melt off. And it's working pretty good. I didn't think it was going to be this easy, to be honest. That's very cool. But now I've got brown all over my... didn't think about that. Let me get a paper towel. Didn't think far enough in advance here. Okay. Let's see if we can wipe this off. That's the good thing about a low temp glue gun. It's not so hot that you can't do that. Okay. I wanted to try, let's see if we can add some little bits of kind of a burgundy to this. I think I like that. I think I'm having fun. I'm having fun. I don't know if y'all can see that. See if I can get it to the light right. The brown and the burgundy. And now I'm going to do some gold. Let's see how that looks. Okay, now I'm going to go right here on the, some little dots right on the edge. Well, it's turning almost solid, and I didn't really want that. But I do want the texture sticking out from the... Okay. Let's add a little bit more of the gold. It melts really fast and easy. I wasn't expecting it to be this easy to melt. I thought I was going to have to hold it there, and I was afraid it was going to have to go to a hot glue gun, but I'm not. So that's really cool. I don't know if you can see. I don't want it to be out of focus, but okay, well, we're going to move on then. I'm going to play with the yellow. It's very textured. It's very fun. I'm just going to keep going with this color, and then I'll go back over it with a darker, put some darker yellow in and some orange. It is hard to concentrate on what I'm doing and talk to you. Okay. I think I'm going to do all these outside ones. No, I'm just going to go ahead. I don't know. I didn't think about how to, like I said, I'm not really a great painter, so I don't know how to differentiate between the petals without just outlining them in something. And I don't know if that's, I really wanted something that looked a little more natural, but maybe if I do the next color up to outline them, it won't look too fakey. I'm making it with melted crayons, and I'm worried about it looking fakey. That's kind of silly. All right, we're just going to let it look as fakey as it wants to. But you don't see the difference in the petals. We'll definitely have to do something to add that in. It's also kind of awkward to hold the glue gun in your non-dominant hand. Maybe it would be better if I was holding it the other way. I don't know. Let's try it. But then I have to come from this direction. And my cord gets in the way. See, this setup was not meant for... You know what I need to do? I just realized. No, because if I do that, then I won't be able to turn the page, so never mind. Never mind. I was going to say I need to tape this page down so that it won't move on me, but... Nope, I definitely have to do it the other way, because that way my hand just keeps moving it. This way works better. I wish I could have found that video again and watched it before I tried to actually do this today, because I probably would have gotten some hints that I don't have that would make this easier or give me a better job of figuring it out. I do like that it's got some, texture. You can make texture in it. The lady I saw doing it was copying a painting she had drawn it out, you know, the basic painting, and she was kind of copying it. And when I looked at what she was doing, all I could think of was Van Gogh's Starry Night. I think that would be so much fun to do in this. Maybe one of you who's a better painter than I am can, or a better drawer or whatever, can do that and let me see it. I would love to see it done this way. I don't remember what painting she was copying, but I think it was a Monet, but I'm not positive. Okay. So far, so good. Okay, let me stop for just a minute. My hand's getting tired. Both of them, actually. Woo! Wow. But this is what it's looking like so far. I'm liking that. That's really cool. That is really fun. I'm going to get a longer crayon. That one's getting little wimpy. Okay, let's go again here. Oh dear. That one had some brown in it somehow. Okay, let's try again. It does take some concentration. Maybe after you've done a bunch of them, it won't so much, but okay, let's see if we can. One thing you can't do is outrun the reach of your fingers, because your hand here is what's holding the paper still. At least that's the way it's working for me. If I go where I have to pick up my hand, then the paper moves, and that's not fun. So there's my tip for the day. Uh, Hers was definitely maybe not quite so um, randomly textured. Her textures all had, they were all like brush strokes. It was really cool. hard to do this where you can actually see what I'm doing, but you can just zoom through it. If you, okay, that's what it's looking like so far. I don't know, the first layer doesn't take as much artistic skill probably as the ones afterwards where you're trying to that one's getting confused a little too. Where you're trying to differentiate. Oh dear. Okay. It really will come off. I mean drip off. I didn't expect that, so sorry. When you go back and try to do the outlining and the defining of the petals, that's when it's probably going to be the hardest. Because right now this isn't very hard, except when your crayon slips off. Okay. Whew. I didn't expect this to be so tiring. It really is hard on my neck, and my back and my hands. I may have to pause it and come, go do something else for a few minutes and come back. But I'm gonna at least get this yellow done. Oh, get this yellow done before I do that. All right, just two more. Still trying to figure out where it's the best place to put the crayon. My paper, you need a lot bigger paper than what you're actually working on so your hand can rest on it and hold it still. The lady I was watching was doing it on a canvas, and the canvas was just sitting on an easel. I don't know how she did that. She just evidently had more practice and didn't have to even touch the canvas. Maybe it was just she was just holding it right above it. Let's see if I can do that. Just let it drip. Well, that actually, I don't know why I didn't think about that sooner. That actually works better. Okay. Mm. almost through with this petal. And I'm going to pause and go rest my hand a minute. And I'll come back and try to do some kind of petal defining. But to be honest, I wouldn't hate it just like this. But I think it'll be better when I can define the petals some. Oh, it's really, but it's going to curl. See, look at this, how it's curled. And if I try to flatten it out, it's going to chip right off. So maybe a canvas is a better plan. So there's your hint, another hint. Do it on a piece of wood or a canvas, or, oh, I've got some wood. I may try that next. I could do it on a piece of wood and it would stay put. Okay. I'm going to finish this one, but my next one's going to be on a piece of wood, I think. Okay, I'm going to pause for just a minute. Okay, while I was resting a little bit, I was looking at it and I decided that it would be better to go ahead and do the blue background and the green leaves and stem before I try to add in the, you know, the leafy petals and all that stuff, just because I might need to clean up the petals around those places. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with the dark green for the leaves, and then I'll do the same thing. Okay, there's got to be some better way to do this, but I don't know it, so. Okay, we're going to start with the stem here. May end up curling up into a very, I may should stop right here, just do the flower and forget it. But I'm going to go ahead, persist. We'll see. May wish I hadn't. Okay. I'm tempted to just toss this video and get out a piece of wood and do it. But we may end up not doing the blue background just because it's curling so much that may just not be doable. All right, come on. Ooh. Keep sliding off. It's funny how some of them do that more than others. It's probably the way I'm holding it when I'm doing it, but It kind of slides off of the barrel of the heat gun, and that. I may have too thick of a layer. Hers looked really thick, but it may not have been. That may be why it's curling, just because it's too thick. Oh, sorry, I'm so inept. One thing is you can heat it back, rub that over it and fill in your spots where you missed. So that's good. Okay, well, that's what it looks like now. Um, I think I'm probably going to not do the background because it's just too hard. But I am going to go ahead and try to do some definition in the leaves and the flowers so we can see if that'll work. I mean, I know it'll work. I just don't know if I can do it. Okay. Let me get the green off of here so I can go back to yellow. All right. Let's get some, this is going to be harder. Maybe I want to leave it alone. No, I want to try it. So even if it doesn't work, I want to try it. Pick that up. Ah. Well, as you can see, some of it's dripping in places I don't really want it. But we're going to keep going. Oh, goodness. It's looking even more kindergarten-y, but I have an idea, and it may totally ruin it, but I'm going to try it after I get this done. We'll see if it helps it or makes it worse. All I really remember about the technique is that she used a glue gun and a crayon. And so the rest of it, I'm just kind of winging it here. If you happen to find that that video, let me know, because I'd like to go back and watch it again so I could figure out what I'm doing wrong here. Because I'm sure there are lots of ways I could make this better. If any of you have done this before, you have some hints, I would love to hear them. Okay. I'm going to stop with that for the moment. Oh, this is what it's looking like right now. I don't know how it looks on your screen, but on my screen, those leaves look black, but they're really a dark green. I'm going to add some lighter green to them. But now I'm going to put in just some little streaks of orange in the petals of it and see if that helps it out any. Oh dear. Let me try to get that so it's not so pointy. That's when it, or when it's so thin, that's when it comes off. And Oops. Okay. That's what it's looking like right now. I kind of like it. I was thinking about just taking the glue gun with no crayon at all, just kind of going over it and kind of smearing it so that it's not so outliney. So I may try that. But first, I'm going to do some kind of outliney stuff on the greenery. Woo. Oops. Got some extra green off there. I have to make that leaf a little bit bigger. Okay. I'm going to try what I was talking about with the leaves and just see if I can go over and kind of melt this and um, kind of use it to blend it a little bit. I don't know if it'll work or not. I could get out the heat gun and see if that would make it blend. Let's try that. No, that may just blow it everywhere. I don't want to blow it everywhere. I just want to make it less stripy. Can you see the difference between this and that? It's beginning to blend a little bit. It's a lot hard. Oh, maybe I use the side of the gun. There you go. Let's see. It's hard to get the side of it down on there. Okay, sorry, this is not a very exciting video. Okay. I don't know how many of you are going to want to watch any more of this, but of course you could always, if you haven't already, muted it and sped it up, you could do that. And that way it would go faster. Okay. I think that's enough for you to see the difference between the outliney and the deal. And you've seen what it looks like this. So I think I'm going to turn off the video and I'm going to play with this a little bit more. So you don't have to watch that. But before I'll come back on and show you what it looks like at the end, for better or for worse. I'll be back. Okay. After trying to do that with the glue gun, I realized I have a wood burner set, and this is really, really hot. So you just barely have to touch it, and it just kind of melts it. But it does make it kind of smooth out and not be so rigidy. So I just thought I would show y'all. It's just barely touching it like that. Anyway, that's the what it looks like now. And I really think I like that better. Some places I'm just kind of, that were really, really tall texture. And I'm just taking them down. But man, this works fast. You got to really move. Because it is very, very hot. I wish they made something like this that was not quite so hot. Have to look into that. If you know of something that has a, some kind of tip like that, but isn't this hot, I would love to know about it. But that did make short work of turning that into look a little more painty. So I'm happy with it. That's today's project. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it inspired you to get out some crayons and play. God bless you. Bye-bye.